And then he said even more. He said, and assume your original perfection. Assume it. Stand in that. That's the consciousness from which to pray. How did he say it? Well, he said it like this. He said, be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which in heaven is perfect. So now we say, even as that power, the originating parent power, even as that is perfect in heaven. Well, where's heaven? Within. Oh, okay. The originating impulse of creation is within. Well, be that. See, stand in that, and you've got the second step of prayer, spiritual mind treatment. That's really key to successful prayer practice. Assume your original perfection because of what is in you, and stand in that for prayer. In fact, he even went further to say, and stand in that innocent, radiant light. Well, let me say it in his words. You are the light of the world. And let your light so shine before people that they may see these good works that come through you from creation, from the power within you. In other words, you are capable, not because of anything you do, but because of what is in you. And when you have right relationship with that, then now you know what to pray for. It comes with time as you wade through your being. And then, last week we said from the textbook too, well, and whatever it is you use prayer for, that's a good use of prayer. Because we find ourselves at different stages, needing jobs, things, flat tires, deeper relationship, guidance. Anywhere you pray is a good use of prayer, and just be balanced about it. That's the maturity is coming in now. Now, just be balanced about it. Why? Well, here it is. We would like to be happier and have greater physical health and so on. We would like to have more of whatever it takes to be happy, whether that is millions or marbles. See, any good thing. Now, these things are nothing of themselves, says Ernest Holmes. It's only when we think of them as entities within themselves, that's when we fall down and we begin to worship them. And then that which we should possess, possesses us and obsesses us. Now we're starting to create the groundwork for the atmosphere of prayer. Be mindful of when you get into that energy of obsessiveness around the outcome, and then the object of your prayer possesses you. Now you have a problem. Now you are dedicated to the manifestation of this thing. You have a problem. You only have a 50-50 chance. And if your well-being and worth is attached to that and the success of your spiritual program, you have a problem. Now he says, if you have possessions which possess you, it's better for you to lose them so that you may understand their temporary fleeting form. Oh, I understand that when my house was broken into and the things that went, I thought some of my life and memories went with them. And I went, oh, interesting. Interesting. And he says it's not that spiritual teachers don't advise us to have possessions and go for them, but just be aware of holding them too tightly. Hold them lightly. Because we would like to help ourselves to be happy. We'd like to help each other through using our mind. And we can do that with spiritual mind treatment prayer. All right, we can do it. Just be mindful. So let's carry on getting the groundwork so we can have the right approach to prayer. Then what are some of the things that get in the way of prayer? Well, we've already addressed one. Idolatry. Worshipping things to the point where they are more powerful than your inner life. Well, there's another form of idolatry. It's this. It's the belief in or the dedication to the idea that God is somewhere else other than where you are. Is there scriptural support for this? Oh, absolutely. Why, Krishna said, I have placed a spark of my divine being in everything in creation. So, that's why when you see pictures of Krishna, there's this radiant light coming out, and the strands going to every being and everything, and there, encapsulated in the heart of everything, is this kind of holographic form of the divine presence, yes. Or as Paul said it, we are children of God. And if we are children of God, then we are heirs to the kingdom. They're marvelous ideas, and they represent this very important shift in awareness to what? The immanence of spirit. The everywhere presentness of spirit. Here. Right here. Eric Butterworth is so amazing. He said, God is in us, but not like a raisin is in a bun. Not like a little spot here, No, immanent. That's a powerful shift, and it's my birthright. Right here. She says it so beautifully. Does God intend for only special enlightened saints and sages and seers and prophets and godly people to make miracles? I believe that miracles are not reserved for an elite cadre of saintly, I'll say people, she said a different word, of saintly people who have signed an exclusive contract with God. No, you too can accomplish amazing feats. How? Then she explains it. This is the mindset. Innocent mind, quiet and serene. All right, we're building this framework. Innocence, quiet, and serene. Add to that, neither obsessed by or obsessed with anything, not possessed by anything. Add to that, accepting the immanence of spirit. Now we're getting somewhere. Innocent, quiet, serene, neither obsessed by or obsessing any outcome, not attached to it, and accepting the immanence of spirit. Then what? Well, then it's all right to have mental pictures of what it is you see for your life, because you're in a real mature place. As he says, and then we may make a complete mental picture of ourselves as we would like to be, filling in all the details and trying to accept the whole thing as a present reality. And when we do that, what we will prove is amazing. When we do that, what we will prove is that the control of affairs is always from within out, not from without in. Isn't that fantastic? I have so many examples of that in my life. You probably do too, of how affairs are controlled from the inside out. For example, my cat, Fred, who is some 20 years old and continues to teach me that I can only love him on his terms. Nothing else is available.